Okay, y'all. This, ow, oh, whew, that chiropractor. I don't know. Anyway, um, that's not a finished thing. Okay, that was a little experiment there in the middle. But I have another idea for that. But you can see all of these rocks that are so much prettier since they got doused in silicone. Now, I started out using Crisco, but that's kind of what you call sticky. So, anyway, this is what I have done with this patch back here where the ground cover was just old and dying. Now, I'm not totally done here either, but you get the gist. I painted some pavers, nothing new for that. I siliconed some rocks. And I used some of my blocks and made this little block, I don't know, wall, plant stand. I don't know, y'all. But anyway, I thought I would show that to you. And that's a big thing off of me. Because I didn't know what I was going to do back here. I knew I wanted to do something that I was not going to have to do a lot of maintenance on. Oh, I was going to tell y'all, when you silicone your rocks, not all of them take. This guy, bless his heart, he's had probably 4 or 5 coats. And he just isn't going to take. I'd have to paint him with a little varnish, I think. But I just love the way that the rocks look. They're not really shiny so much. You see this little guy right here, he didn't really take. But that's okay. But most of these did. I just love the way it brings out the color. Now look at that rock right there. You got to say that's beautiful. And this one, that's almost pink. But anyway, this is what I did, y'all. And I finally made Jerry leave me alone. He wants everything to be perfectly level and perfectly this and perfectly that. I kicked him out. And if he would quit bringing me things like this stand right here, it would be helpful. But I'm going to try to use that in the storage. Okay, I'm really working on it, y'all. I'm really getting somewhere. Now, this is the kids' potty. But they don't, well, Lily is the one that really used it. I'm going to put a picture of what Toby likes to use on the community page. So anyway, I'm trying to treat this with baking soda and then some vinegar. I'm trying to neutralize the urine that might be in there. Now, it's poopy free. You can see Jerry made me this little sifter, and it's really lightweight, and I love it. Look at all of that I sifted out of this area right here. I'm a sifting crazy person. Okay, now back here. I have got a bunch of plants. And my friend Larry that drives the Mustang over here, we did some work for Larry, and I need to finish mine up, some repairs on fences and gates and stuff. Jerry had a blast. And so I'm going to take a lot of these plants, and he's got a pretty good sized planter. It's a little bit bigger than that one. It's probably as big around as that one. And I'm going to make him a big old plant. And then, I don't know, if I have any left over, which I'm sure I will, I'm probably going to extend back. Oops, I got y'all pointed crooked. Extend back this way. Because these, I mean, they're pretty drought tolerant, and they do pretty good. So, y'all, can you believe? And then, when I look at that mess, the tree, it's terrible. So this is my plan for back here, y'all. Now, I did pick up a bunch of leaves out of here the other day. One of my little OCD moments. But my plan for back here is, you see I've got the shop vac over there. And so what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to put a nylon over the big hose, and I'm going to get the leaves up. And then I'm going to get all this gravel up. And then I'm going to sift it and get the dirt off of it. And then my plan is to put some quickset, just a couple of these areas at a time, and starting all the way in the back. And then I'm going to press the rocks down in there. And that way, dirt is not going to be getting in there. Leaves are not going to be getting in there. And then I'm going to recoat my pavers. And this will look really pretty. Jerry's got a cute little, I guess you'd call it a bistro set. And but it needs refinishing. And I'm not saying I'm taking that on, okay, y'all? But anyway, I'm just trying to fix it. So really all I have to do back here is blow it. Just blow it. I can't blow it right now because the little gravels go everywhere. I may decide to put the larger gravel. Let me see if I can get this off. Okay, see this larger stuff? I might use that instead of the little stuff. Now, this stuff has not been siliconed or anything, and it would be crazy for me to do that because it's not really cheap. Oh, I need a yellow one. Anyway, so I think that's what I'm going to do back there. And I'm really, y'all, look how many of those pavers I've used. It's amazing. So, now, this little wall looks like this back here. Ugh. I hate these spam calls. Anyway, and I'm okay with that. But I don't know what I'm going to plant back here. Don't have a clue. Don't know what I'm going to do. I could just put a little bag of bark on it and call it good. I don't know. And I'm going to do the same thing right here with the cement, the rocks, and the pavers. And it'll be so nice when it gets all touched up and looking good. So, y'all, I have had so much fun. And the reason I have is because I love these rocks. I love them. Now, quite a few of these, if y'all remember, there was an ad on Craigslist, And I went over, and that's where I got most of these right here. Now, some of these rocks, like this guy, he needs a couple more coats, and then I think he'll be okay. But the silicone is so much better than that Crisco. And the Crisco was what I read about first. So that's why I started using that. But this is so much better. And y'all, look at my poor little ground cover. It's not that I'm not taking care of it. It's just getting old. And there's not anything I can do. I've done everything. I've fertilized, I've watered, I've overwatered, I've underwatered. I've put stuff on here to make the ground more porous. Now that's diatomaceous earth right here. And we just sprinkled some of that on because it really gets rid of fleas. Can y'all believe how huge my stuff has gotten out here? It's just crazy. Do you know, I had my little 4th year anniversary the middle of this month. 4 years. 4 years. Now, this right here is it's just way overgrown. So I'm gonna have to cut these off, let the stems dry for a few days, and then I'm gonna have to replant them in here, and I'll put some new dirt in too. But these have just gotten too big. I've already had to cut 1 or 2 out because they were a mess. Ooh, I don't want to get this everywhere. I just vacuumed the other day. Okay, so that's it. Now look, see that? I call that woody. It's woody. It's not green. It's not good. And it's just old, y'all. So, I don't know what's going to happen when this has to get up. Well, let me tell you, we'll stop with Miss Lily. This morning I was in the kitchen before my doctor's appointment. Hey, Lil. And she comes running out of the bedroom and she jumps up in the window in the dining area. And she's sitting up there and she's staring and her tail is twitching and twitching and twitching. And I'm like, good heavens. I look up. There's a big old rabbit sitting there where my garbage is. That's on my list to do today. It was just sitting there in the yard, and it was not a baby bunny. This was a big bunny. No, you can't get out because you go right over the fence, sweetie. I think I'm going to sit down for just a minute or two. But anyway, yeah, full-size bunny out there. I was like, holy mackerel. I was glad that I hadn't because sometimes I feel bad for Lily, so I'll make sure that I'm like not really doing anything. And so I'll let her come out here and mess around and everything while I'm got my eagle eyes on her. And oh my word, y'all, I was so thankful. So thankful. You know what? Those little bunnies are fast, but they are no match for Lily. No match. That little bunny sat out here so long that I finally had to come out here. And it just went right through the gate. See, the things on the gate are a little bit bigger, and that's how come I have that mesh down there, because I wanted to make sure that Miss Hazel had no way to get out of here. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, and now I have a new plan for the front, which is going to be super simple. I'm hardly doing anything. I'm going to scrub some blocks out there and refresh them, and do a little decorating on my wishing well, and then that's pretty much going to be it for the flood zone. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and then I'm gonna make another video right away because I have an idea. I don't know, and do something fun. Make yourself happy, and remember, no matter how silent I am for a while, I love y'all. I'll talk to you in, I don't know, 2 seconds.